What's up, everybody? Silverjackify here, doing another video. Just hanging out, drinking this Game of Thrones Winter is Here beer. And by the way, if you live in New Jersey, it went from ridiculously, it was like nice out, like mild fall, to all of a sudden it was just winter one day. So, and by the way, I love me some Game of Thrones. I could probably go on a rant about how much I love the show and George R. R. Martin is a genius and all that other stuff. And almost love Game of Thrones as much as I love baseball cards, but I will not go on a rant, even though I just kind of did one. And also, I do have a really, really awesome card that I am going to save to the end. You're definitely going to want to stick around for the card that I've recently picked up. I've been having all kinds of technology issues. I had my Android phone died, and so I had to switch to this is like the original iPhone. So I've been recording video. I even did the top 10 biggest baseball card busts with this like original iPhone, and nobody complained about the video, so I guess it does a pretty good job. Then I tried doing some recordings with this guy, the GoPro. And I felt like I was looking through a fishbowl. I guess, these baseball card videos weren't meant to be done on a GoPro. Then I finally get the iPhone X in the mail, and for some reason it didn't respond to touch. And then I got a new one today, which I'm recording on right now. And then I went ahead and pulled out the old one for some reason, and sure enough, it's responding to touch totally fine. So, of course, I don't know. I'm an idiot. I should have just checked it again. But we called Verizon. We couldn't figure out what the issue was. And sure enough, the phone is fine. So now I got two iPhone Xs, and I'll send it back to Verizon, and they're going to be like, you're an idiot. So also, I wanted to show you guys, I got this from Dustin Abraham and Blake. They are an awesome father-son duo. And if you haven't checked them out, I will leave a link to their channel in this video. I love this. They said, this is a Dustin Abraham and Blake game-used authentic wrapper relic. One of 3. I was dying when I first got this in the mail. It says, congratulations, you've received an authentic game-used wrapper relic. This wrapper was opened on YouTube by All-Star Pack Breaker Blake. Oh, I'm sorry, Pack Cracker. And we got this, if you guys probably are well aware, I'm a huge Donnie Baseball fan, and did a whole tribute video on him, and I love this card, especially this 2017 Topps short print. And there's another Donnie card, got a gold label, and then of course, the most important card, the Blake Auto, which is so cool. And what does it say on the back? Blake knows baseball, Blake knows football. That's awesome. Look at that. Custom card. Just like my custom card. That's awesome. And another thing, Hitman 23 a while back sent me a bunch of Donnie baseball cards, and I've been putting them into this brand new binder here. And a lot of really, really cool stuff. This is all filled with Donnie baseball. And working on filling this out now. This is all 89 Topps Don Mattingly's. Look at this. And then as you get further in, these are cards that were sent to me by Hitman 23. Let's see if I can get to it. Here we go. All of these cards were sent to me by him, which was really cool of him to do. And you can see here, I've got a lot of work to do still. And these cards will definitely help with that. Add to my Donnie baseball collection. So while I was going through the baseball card busts, which by the way, that video took me forever to put together. I started to, I'm looking for whatever reason I could not find, I don't know why, it was the 1990 Todd Van Poppel Upper Deck card. I was looking everywhere for that. I looked in every single shoebox, And by doing that, I also kind of found, some cards that were kind of sitting in shoe boxes that are probably shouldn't be common cards. And I started to put together a binder of that. And it really sort of got me to thinking of, diamonds in the rough, like, cards that were just sitting in your commons that one day you discovered. And there's nothing more awesome than pulling a card that's been sitting in your commons for years and years, only to pull out a really special card. So these are just a bunch of, almost like common cards, but thought they were a little nicer than common, so I put them in the sheets here in the binder. And just wanted to point out some of the... Now these in the background are the 3 biggest cards that I've ever pulled out of my commons. This Mike Trout was sitting in my commons. I had just gotten back into collecting, and I bought a pack of Topps Update back in 2011, threw it in a shoebox, and then sort of forgot about it. And then a year later, I just started getting back into cards again. And sure enough, this card was in the commons box. Along with Mariano Rivera. I remember this was in my commons for the longest time. And then, of course, Aaron Judge. I've been a big supporter of Aaron Judge for a while. And while I didn't have it sitting in commons, I did have it sort of set aside, like kind of forgot about it. And now this is like, I don't know, like a $250 card, which is insane. Of course, the fact that it's a PSA 10 helps. And then this time around, just to show you a couple of cards that I found in my commons, which I didn't find anything crazy, but I found a Miguel Andujar, which you guys, if you watch my videos, you know that I'm a big fan of him. Gleyber Torres, who could be the third baseman for the Yankees next year. Jose Ramirez, who finished in third place, by the way, ahead of Mike Trout this year, behind Aaron Judge and Altuve. Found this Jose Ramirez rookie. Found this Charlie Blackmon rookie card. And Charlie Blackmon, I mean, he's a really, he was on my fantasy team this year, and he was unbelievable. But doesn't get a lot of love, maybe because he plays for Colorado. This was significant for me because I just think Greg Bird's going to be huge this year. I feel like there is no pressure on him. It's crazy the way the Yankees treat Greg Bird. It's like when he went down, they didn't try to find a replacement. They were just like, Chase Headley, why don't you play first base? And Chase Headley's like, I don't know how to play first base. And they're like, you know how to play first. Just go over there and play first. And then they got Todd Frazier, which was perfect because he's only due to play this year, and then his contract is up. So I do think we're going to have a big year for Greg Bird this year. Then there's Alex Reyes and Francisco Lindor. So all those cards were sort of sitting in my commons, and as I was going through and trying to find what I thought were the biggest baseball card busts, I came across those cards. And finally, without further ado, and then part of the reason why I have this Mike Trout card in the background, I wanted to get a PSA 10 Trout. I know that Dodger 27, he's got a great channel. I know that he picked up a PSA 10. And Foo3112, who I'm a big fan of, had also mentioned it. That the PSA 10 is probably a good investment, and I wanted to do a little bit better than a 9. And another thing is that the 2009 Trout is going for like $4,000, and so at first I was looking at the 2011 Trout, just like the base in a PSA 10, but then decided, what the hell? I'd go a little crazy and get this card, which is, oh my goodness, look at this card. I mean, this is a little different than a lot of the, usually if I go big on a card, it's usually on vintage. I know that you guys have seen me, I do a lot of modern stuff, but I usually save my big pickups for vintage cards. But I don't know. I just fell in love with this card, the Topps Diamond anniversary, And just a beautiful, beautiful card. I could sort of just stare at this card forever. You know, Trout's been, you know, he's probably been the best player in baseball since 2012, probably around 6 years now. He's only 26 years old. He's a New Jersey, a fellow New Jerseyan, a fellow Yankee fan. So I'm a big fan of Trout. Wish he was a Yankee, but who knows? Maybe one day he will be. But either way, I think that, you know, at 26 years old, I feel like he's been like the best player in baseball for a really long time now. But it's funny because it's only been since, you know, maybe 6 years, you could say. So thought this was a really, really nice card to pick up. And that's it, guys. I would expect I'll get the baseball crate in a couple of days. And I will probably... I got another 2 cards coming in the mail very soon, and I got a whole rant planned for that I'm excited to talk about. So either way, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers. Here's the Night King. Hopefully he doesn't scare anybody away. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you later. Peace!